Welcome back to another segment of No Brakes. I'm John Boucher. This is Jeff Ritter. Today we are looking at really the concept and design behind the Radical calipers. And Jeff, I know we're going to get into talking the talk with these, but I want to know, can they walk the walk? What have they done in the world of professional racing that has brought them to this table today to be one of the best products on the market?
Yeah, they've had a huge impact on professional racing. It's actually a really cool story. The first time these calipers were running competition, they won the race, and that was in 2007 in NASCAR Sprint Cup. Tony Stewart had them installed on the car the week of the race, earlier in the week, and he went out and tested them and immediately came back in and said, "What did you guys do to my brakes? There's something really awesome going on here." So took him out to the race, ended up spinning towards the end of the race at Watkins Glen, which is a really tough braking track, and he actually came back through the field from the last position to win the race and crushed it. And the other teams actually protested, and because they saw it as an unfair advantage, and NASCAR ruled that no one was allowed to run these brakes again until they were available to everybody. So huge impact, and they've gone on in subsequent years. They've won almost every year NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Right. They're widely used in Formula One. They've won all kinds of championships, and they're the spec type of brake for German touring car, Aussie V8 supercar. I mean, they are the cutting edge of the top tier of racing right now in terms of brake calipers.
Well, and here's the thing. When you start to look at this piece of equipment, you can tell that it's obviously there's so many advances packed into this one piece. But give us a little bit of a technical breakdown on what makes this better than the rest.
Yeah, so on a traditional caliper, you're really looking at a box. It looks like a rectangle, and the goal back then was to design something that was stiff, and you look at it, and if you want to design something stiff, you might have to make it a certain thickness, and you're trying to, shorten this X down, but it's a static thing. So some of the brilliant engineers at AP Racing, what they did was they sort of worked at this concept backwards, really, and they said, okay, we need to assess what are the actual loads on this caliper in a dynamic sense when it's actually being activated. So when you stand on the brakes and your disc is spinning and this caliper, clamps onto that disc, the load on it, the caliper is being pulled like that. It's being pulled down. So they looked at that load and figured out through FEA analysis what are those load paths and started with those forces and designed around it. So it's almost backwards. And so that's why you see there's a lot of, on a traditional caliper, a lot of the spaces where there's voids and holes here, there's material on a traditional caliper, but this is essentially the skeleton, the backbone of what is absolutely necessary. So what they're able to do is remove all dead weight out of this. Right. So this is pure function. Everything in here is designed around the actual load being experienced, and it's designed to remain stiff under that load. So huge technical advantage. In testing, they saw stiffness increases of 30+%. Traditionally, you would, if on a new caliper design, that would be more in the magnitude of a couple percent.
Right.
So when they saw the results, they had to actually go back and check and say, are we reading this correctly? This is unbelievable. It's a huge advance in caliper technology.
What about airflow? It looks like there's a lot of space and availability for increased airflow.
Yeah, I mean, all these areas where the materials cut away, these are areas where the heat can radiate. Some of the Radical designs have an air bridge actually that will come across the top, and it feeds air over the top of the caliper and down between the outer piston bores. Just a lot more exposed area to radiate heat. So you're getting a lot more air down and around throughout the caliper, so it's going to run cooler. So that's a big advantage too.
So it's lighter weight, it's stronger, more airflow. And again, this is the caliper that teams are using, professional race teams are using today. This is the caliper of choice?
The Radical is the caliper of choice. There's all different types of iterations of it. These particular calipers, these are AP's latest version of this. So traditionally, they were doing the Radical in a billet, machine from a solid block of aluminum, but it would have to be on a machine for 7-8 hours. Right. Extremely expensive to manufacture. So for this Pro 5000R line of brake calipers, they actually came up with a new drop forging technique to manufacture these. So it brought the cost down. So I like to refer to this particular line as the sort of the everyman Radical. So this technology that was only available before to, the absolute elite racing teams, now we're bringing it to, the common enthusiast who has a Corvette or an M3 or a Porsche or whatever it may be. So this version of the caliper has all of those design elements of the ridiculously expensive ones that the average racer couldn't afford, but now he can. So he's got access to a really cool new technology.
So this is for me always the first thing I put on a new car that I get, a new track day car. So let's say I'm going out, once, maybe twice a month. I think would be somewhat average for an enthusiast. What's the lifespan I'm expecting to get out of a set of these?
We've been selling competition brake kits for years. We don't get any back. It's one of these things where the durability of these things, they are designed specifically for that type of abuse. So the idea that they may need more work or having a shorter lifespan is completely false. These are designed to be extraordinarily durable, to take a beating, to take abuse, and it's going to be years. At some point, you probably want to send it in to get it serviced and checked out, and you have to change the seals out, that sort of thing. But that's it. I mean, this is designed specifically to take a beating.
Right.
And the mass is too. I mean, obviously, when you look at it, these weigh, these are 6 pounds, and a comparable conventional design weighs something like anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds. So huge decrease in mass as well. So big benefits on unsprung weight.
So one of the things I've noticed, Jeff, is that there's only 2 bleed screws on here. Normally with caliper, you're going to have screws on each side. There's only 2 here. Tell us a little bit about that design.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things about these calipers as well. So you only have their 2 bleed screws here. There's none on the outer face, and all the porting and piping for the fluid is internal. So you don't have to worry about a crossover tube that's going to get damaged here. You have 2 less bleed screws that can get damaged when you're changing your wheel. Also, that gives it a really slim profile. So if you look at it, one of the things we're always fighting is wheel fitment. So when you add an aftermarket competition brake kit like this, everyone wants to cram them inside the wheels, and they're always concerned about that. So this is a very tight, efficient package. So in a lot of cases, we can put this on a little bit bigger disc than we could a traditional caliper and still fit it inside the wheel spokes, so you don't have that interference. So in terms of packaging, very tight, efficient package, and it's great for that.
Right, and I'll tell you, I'm a fan of regular maintenance, and you mentioned something earlier, and I've spent a lot of time at Essex. I've seen the lab there, and like I've described before, it's almost like an operation room. But if I did want to send these back, what does that look like? What's the cost, and what's the time frame involved in me actually sending you to these and having you refurbish them? Yeah,
I mean, usually what we'll do, we'll get them back. Our guys, the same guys that work on the NASCAR Sprint Cup calipers, are working on your calipers. Bring them in, put them in the ultrasonic cleaner, get all the brake fluid and grime and dirt off them and everything. They're gonna check the calipers for hardness and make sure the aluminum's not fatigued on the body. Then they're gonna assess what needs to be replaced. Typically, the only thing you'd really need to worry about, as long as these pistons aren't scraped up or damaged, which usually they're not if you're taking care of them, would be the seals. So you would pull the seals out. Something like that would be $125 out the door, pretty much that's per caliper, which is a really good deal because 1, you have an expert rebuild it who knows what they're doing. 2, they have the parts on hand. 3, they can return it quickly, and you can get back out there without ever getting your hands dirty. You send them in, boom, get the calipers, throw them on the car, and you're back out there. So a little over a couple $100 for the set out the door, and you basically got brand new calipers. That's it.
Wow, nice. Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's the Radical caliper, a little bit of the concept and design and functions behind what really has proven to be probably the best caliper on the market today. I'm here with Jeff Ritter from Essex Parts. Jeff, we answered a lot of questions today. If they had more questions and they wanted to give you a call, what would that number be?
Yeah, it's 704-824-6030, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Someone human will answer the phone, always.
And if you wanted to see what the cost is going to run on something like these for your car, you can go to EssexParts.com, and we encourage you to come back to us for more of these segments called No Brakes, and they're brought to you by Essex Parts. I'm John Boucher.
Jeff Ritter.
And we'll see you next time on No Brakes.